Welcome to the podcast. I'm Jess, a family nurse practitioner and legal nurse consultant, and this is the space where healthcare, law, and real-life situations intersect. Each episode is designed to break down complex medical and legal topics in a way that's clear, accurate, and grounded in evidence, without fear, misinformation, or sensationalism. Whether you're a healthcare professional, attorney, gig worker, parent, or simply someone who wants better understanding of how medical events and legal responsibility overlap, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Let's separate medical fact from fiction. I want to start with a quick story from the clinic. A parent brought their toddler for an in-person follow-up after a telehealth visit the week before. Over video, the child looked unhappy, but was still active, and the parent said the child had a low fever and was breathing fast. The clinician recommended home care. 2 days later, the child was admitted for dehydration and fever-related complications, and the family told me they hadn't been sure how to report the timeline of symptoms or measure the child's breathing at home, so the decision on video missed critical context. That avoidable follow-up could have been reduced with simple preparation and a clearer description. That's what we're fixing today. Section 1. Before the visit. What to do so your telehealth appointment is efficient and safe. By the end of this section, you'll have a short checklist to use before every virtual visit, sample scripts to report symptoms, and low-tech options for basic measurements. First, tech and environment. Pick a quiet, well-lit spot and put your device on a stable surface so the camera is steady. Test your camera and microphone 5 minutes before the appointment. Open the app and confirm you can actually see yourself on camera. If you're using a web link, make sure the browser is up to date and close other video apps that could hog the connection. Second, documents and photos. Have a list of current medications with doses and the last time each was taken. Take photos of rashes, injured areas, or medications in their bottles and save them to your phone. Having them ready to upload or show on video saves minutes and prevents miscommunication. Third, simple home measures. A thermometer is the single most useful device. Know whether it reports oral, axillary, or tympanic values and say which you used. For pulse, you can count beats at the wrist for 30 seconds and multiply by 2, or use a smartwatch if you have reliable readings. For blood pressure, if you don't have a cuff, make a note that you don't have a measurement and be ready to describe symptoms like lightheadedness. Fourth, medications and allergies. Read labels and note exact doses. Instead of, I take a blood pressure pill, say, I take lisinopril 10 milligrams every morning. That level of detail matters. Finally, privacy and consent. Let any family member know you'll be in a medical visit, and ask the clinician at the start who is on the call and whether note-taking or recording is okay with them. Section 2. During the visit. How to describe symptoms, what to show on camera, and how to help the clinician perform remote exam maneuvers. Start with a one-sentence headline, what's the problem, and the timeline. Example, I'm Jess's mom. My child has had a fever of 102 for 18 hours and started breathing faster this morning. Then give 3 supporting details, exact temperatures with timestamps, how the child's activity level has changed, and any new or worsening signs, like vomiting or fewer wet diapers. Use concrete language. Replace vague words like bad with specifics. Worse walking 3 steps, naps more than usual, poor appetite. If you have photos, say, I'm going to upload a photo of the rash now. For camera work, show the affected area up close, but keep shots steady and in natural light. If the clinician asks you to perform maneuvers, follow clear, short instructions and tell them what you see. When I press here, it hurts, and the child cries for 2 to 3 seconds. For respiratory symptoms, you can count breaths per minute on camera and show them. I'm counting 40 breaths per minute while the child is resting. If a clinician needs you to perform a range of motion test or palpate an area, ask for exactly how much pressure and where to press. It's okay to say, please guide me step by step. Use simple scripts. Can you tell me what changes would mean I should come in today? Or, if I don't have improvement in 24 hours, what is the next step? These questions get you explicit action plans. Section 3. What telehealth can and cannot do, plus safety red flags and escalation. Telehealth is excellent for medication questions, follow-ups for stable conditions, visual assessments like rashes or wound checks, and initial triage for common complaints. It's less reliable when you need a hands-on exam, listening to the lungs with a stethoscope, testing strength or reflexes in detail, or taking reliable blood pressure without a validated cuff. Clinicians make safe decisions by combining what you show them with your history. If something doesn't fit or the exam is limited, they should give you a clear next step. Now the critical part: red flags that require same-day in-person care or emergency evaluation. Adults: chest pain or pressure, sudden severe shortness of breath, sudden neurological changes like weakness or slurred speech, fainting, very high fevers that don't respond to medication, signs of dehydration like very low urine output, or severe uncontrolled bleeding. Children: difficulty breathing, lips or face turning blue, very high or persistent fever in an infant under 3 months, persistent vomiting or inability to keep fluids down, and poor responsiveness or severe lethargy. If you see any of these, say directly, "I'm worried this is an emergency. Should I go to the ER?" and ask the clinician to tell you exactly what to watch for in the next hour and how to get urgent help. Remember, framing a red flag calmly helps get the quickest, safest response. Clinicians will act faster on clear, time-sensitive language. If you need documentation, ask for the plan in writing or a message you can save. Can you text or portal message the next steps and any warning signs to watch for? Recap and 3 immediate takeaways you can use on your next virtual visit. Takeaway 1, prepare a 1-line headline plus 3 key facts: time frame, objective numbers, temperature, pulse, and change in function. Takeaway 2, bring photos, medication bottles, and a short, exact medication list with doses. If you don't have a device for a measurement, say so. Takeaway 3, learn and use 2 escalation phrases. I'm worried this needs same-day care. Do you want me to go to urgent care or the ER? And please send the plan in a secure message I can save. Listener action checklist. 5 minutes before your appointment, test audio and video, open your meds list and photos, find a quiet, well-lit spot, and have a pen to write down immediate instructions. These small steps reduce follow-ups and help clinicians make safer decisions from a distance. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe to the show so future episodes reach more patients and caregivers who need clear, evidence-based guidance. Send topic questions or situations you want covered to FAQ@nursejessicaconsulting.com or use the podcast contact link. Your real questions help shape future episodes. And if this episode helped you feel more prepared for telehealth, share it with a friend or family member who uses virtual visits.
Thank you for listening. If today's episode helped clarify a medical or legal issue, or made you think differently about how emergencies and accountability intersect, that's exactly why this podcast exists. I'm Jess, a family nurse practitioner and legal nurse consultant, and I work with attorneys, organizations, and professionals who need clear medical insight in complex cases. You can learn more or schedule a consultation at FAQ@nursejessicaconsulting.com. If you found this episode valuable, please share it, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps this education reach the people who need it most. Until next time, stay informed, stay compassionate, and always put safety first.